Hey, what's up everybody? It's the 14th of March. Welcome back to Day Trade with Tony, the channel all about trading the US stock market. Trying to make money for a living by buying and selling US equities. So not doing too bad of a job actually this month, and certainly not yet. Well, I'm just not doing too bad of a job. I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it well. That's I suppose that's one thing I can say. Anyway. We've traded 3 stocks today, and we're still in the banking crisis that was kicked off last week. So we had Signature Bank collapse after the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. We've got a couple of other banks are in the mix as well. A lot of the banks today, so like First Republic Bank, which we traded, we're looking at Pacific West or Pac West, all the gap down. Charles Schwab got gap down huge amounts as a result of this run on the banks, and we got so much volatility yesterday, so much volatility, and I mistimed it to start off with, lost a lot of money and then made it back and then some besides. If you've not seen that video, go check that out. It's one hell of a swing, So that was yesterday. So I was looking for a continuation today in terms of the banking volatility. And pre-market, we got a little bit of that. After the bell, not so much. Out of the opening, we had a bit of a swing both ways, and then it just kind of fizzled out and started to move sideways. So I just called it a day. I got to gold. You know, and my motto is get green, get to gold, get out. So I got to gold on the small account. I traded Charles Schwab on the small account. I got $1,400 on that. Then I got almost at goal on the main account. It was like 5,300. So I took one additional trade. I traded First Republic Bank. I traded Charles Schwab, and that got me about 5,300 in terms of gross profit. And then I took one more trade with AMBI, which is a recent IPO. And that was where the volatility was. So I was able to get in there. I made over $10,000 on that one trade, and then I shut it down. I took the dog for a walk. I've not taken any trades since. I will stick the trades on the back of this recap. You can watch them yourself. I'll just talk you through them first, though, shall I? Okay, so the first thing we traded was First Republic Bank. Now you can probably see that this was moving up. This is one of the banks that sold off hard over the last couple of days since what, Thursday, Friday last week. Just coming into this kind of, it opened up, coming in. It's kind of choppy sideways. I traded this as we got this kind of double bottom here, as you can see on the 1 minute, a little bit of a double bottom. We got to move up, pull back, and then a move up. So I got in because it was a double bottom, I got in for the pullback, and new highs I got in. It then pulled back, so I doubled down, and it moved up. So look for the continuation. Why did I get in here? Well, it was a previous resistance level, so I looked for it as a support level, and that's why I added. So we can find it. If you got there, you've got resistance here, support here. So I bought the support, the dip at the support, and it worked out because it went up, and I took profits here and here. I did trade this a little bit later as it started to make another move up. I missed this move. And I would have liked to have got in here. Completely missed it. But as it started to make its move up, and then we got a bit of a pullback as it moved back up again, I entered, doubled up, and then took some profits up at the top. So that was First Republic Bank, and we made 3,800 on that one. We traded Charles Schwab. So Charles Schwab, this made it a big move up just after 8, and we got a move up as we're breaking, looking to break. First, I traded this on the small account, and then I traded it here on the main account. So the small account was here, and then I bought in for the break of $58. It pulled back, so again I bought the dip here. Then took some profits, and then added at the top here, and took the rest of the position off here. So Charles Schwab, we made almost $1,500 on Charles Schwab. That was pre-market. We didn't trade much else because there wasn't a lot else to trade. But then we got AMBI emergency response. So this wasn't doing anything, quite frankly. It was recent IPO from last week, and I'd say it wasn't really doing anything. And then it just made this huge move up, halt, another gap up, halt, and move down, another move down, kind of lots of volatility, and then it kind of just went a little bit stale, but a bit choppy, up and down, up and down, up and down, and then it started to make a move up into a halt, gap down, into another halt up, gap down. So I got in here for this move up, and then it just, funny enough, I didn't get in here at I've got look for the break of 17 and the break of new highs. It was my own fault. 1704 was the high of day, and it's on this candle of just 17 was the high of day. So I looked for the break, new highs, and that's where I got it. And I got filled at 1704 just as it entered a halt. Didn't check the halt levels before I got in. I was kind of like kicking myself because then we found that it looked like there's a potential double top there, and I'm getting in at the top of it. So luckily enough, it resumed level. Then started to move up. There was a bit of a pullback, but I just held through that, and then it moved up, and I took the profits up here. And I took these profits first. It continued to move up. Then I put a trailing stop in place, and it came back and stopped me out. So that was AMBI emergency response. Very quick trade. It was about 4 or 5 minutes. Well, alt aside, it was the actual action was about 4 or 5 minutes. What I'll do is I'll edit that so you're not waiting around for the resumption. But yeah, that was $10,000. I think it was a 5,000 share position. Took 2.5 off here, and then another 2.5 off when I got stopped out. So AMBI, really easy, good trade. That took me 15,000 up on the day. I've got the I've got the 1,400 from the small account, so that takes me to just shy of 17,000 on the day. So a good green day, almost 3 times gold. So that was today. Not quite as good a day as yesterday, but we got green to start off with, and we never went red after that. So my motto: get green, stay green, get to gold, and get out. Once I got to gold, which this trade was the one that took me over gold, the $6,000 on this account. That was me done for the day. I did look at a few other things. I mean, if we take a look now at some of the banks that were making moves. If I look at let's just look at it on a higher time frame, you'll see exactly what's going on today. So FRC, as you can see, that's where I traded it there, but currently very choppy to start off with, sideways coming into the. Then it's kind of after lunch, it then started to vomit and sell off. I said to myself, I'm not shorting today. That was FRC. That's what I traded pre-market. I look at so Western Alliance, similar pattern, pretty much the same chart. It could be similar price size. Again, there's the sell-off, and not. It's kind of making a little bit of a bounce there on the red-green line. So this is where all the banking volatility actually is. So we look at what else was. Charles Schwab, I got the move up. It popped up out of the open, an immediate sell-off, very choppy, sideways chop. So the volatility in the banks, whilst it was just, there's still volatility there, not nearly the way it was yesterday. KeyBank, just been selling off all day. So this is KeyCorps, another financial institution. We've got New York Community Bank, another one just selling off since the open. So maybe today was another day for shorting. I wasn't going to do that. I was already over goal. It's a lot more difficult to short, particularly when things are on the short sale restrictions list, like a lot of these banks are. And my hotkeys just aren't set up for it. So yesterday it worked for me, but initially it didn't. So I suppose the big one was the new IPO, which was a recent IPO, and again, this is halted to the downside now. So this had this huge move up from kind of 570 all the way up to $22 today. We caught a push, kind of $4 push at the end of that. But yeah, that's if we could have maybe taken a bit more of this, we could have got a lot more. But yeah, it's now selling off. We're at the back end of that double top there on the 5 minute, and then now it's selling off. So there was volatility, but not a lot of it. So that's essentially where we are on the day. That's essentially what we traded and how we traded them. So let's have a look at what that does for me as year to date, shall we? Where's my statistics? Okay, so you can see here that March, we're having a fantastic March. We really are. I was at just under 250, 250. Maybe that's a premonition. Maybe that's a Freudian slip. I was just at under 150 for March. And the reason I'm pulling this out now is because I want to just look at where we're actually at. Actually, let's see. In comparison, in terms of for the year, let's look at the month by month, shall we? And we're approaching very close. So March, we're currently at 166. We need $9,000 to have my best ever month. Hang on a minute. $9,000 to have my best ever month. We've got 13 trading days left. Do I think I'm going to do it? Hell yeah! Can we get over? So let's just go back. Let's go back to the details there and have a look at that right now. Got 13 trading days left. So in theory, if I'm trading at $6,000 per day for March, that will take us over 200. I could have a $200,000 month. I'm getting excited now. What this year, there's volatility. February, forget February. We had 175k in January. We had a really crappy February, but March is now looking like it potentially could be my best ever month. So we're not too far off, and we've got plenty days to trade. So let's see what we can do in March if we can get over that 200k that 200k barrier, and if we can keep this volatility in the markets, then there's no reason why we can't have a great April, May, etc. I don't really want to say that because May was a bad taste in my mouth. So from last year, but it looks like we've certainly got some volatility now. This last week, volatility's come from the banking sector. There's catalysts, but there's always catalysts. So AMBI was not AMBI. So AMBI emergency response is not a banking stock. The volatility that came from that's a new IPO. And we've had a few IPOs in January. Had some good IPOs that just really moved well. So I mean, if I look at March alone, let's have a look at what we're doing in March. Phenomenal, 16,000 on average per day. Now that did come from yesterday. It did come from a large portion from yesterday, but we've had some really big days in March already. So let's see where it takes us. And 3 out of 4 trades are going in our favour. Win-loss expectation. I don't think I've had an actual full red day in March as yet. Let me just go back to the calendar here and see. Yes, I have. I had the one red day last Monday, but even that being said, I'm having a really, really good month, and a long may it continue. It's the second really great month of this year, and we're all on the third month. So let's kick on. I'll show you the trades. Before I do, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying these recaps, and if you want to be notified when I'm going live, so you can join me live streaming my trades. My trading, then hit the notification bell as well. In the meantime, I'm going to go have a glass of wine. You join me tomorrow now before the market opens, so that's 8:30 market time. It's 12:30 GMT, and I will see you then. In the meantime, enjoy your evening. Take it easy. Oh, this one is 46.40. That's nice. First candle to in the low. 46.40 is now the new one. Good start. Good start to the day. Between the spreads here. There we go. Volatility, you get on edge. Just do it. $58.20 is my exit. That's the low of this candle. Hold it. Not being as aggressive this time round. AMBI's moving. I might take a quick trade on AMBI and see what I can get. Break 7. It broke 17. I'm just going for the break of $17 here. Oh! I should have checked the hold level. So I get a trailing stop. I got a trailing stop in there. Huge hairy pie. Went for the break of high of day. Now I'm stuck in a double top at the top. That's just typical. Range of $1.25. Ah, that's it. Let's see if it gaps up, great, but if it doesn't, we'll see. but he's not right. Nice. Half off. Nice.